Yesterday, I talked about the worst teams to win a Super Bowl, so today, let's flip it. Who is the best team to miss the NFL playoffs? And why not start with a real recent one? I could have included last year's Seahawks because they did win 10 games, but the Bengals had the NFL passing leader, the Triple Crown wide receiver, and the sacks leader. But because they don't know that the preseason isn't 6 games long, they had to spend the playoffs with their buns on the cushions. Coming off a Super Bowl title and just a year before going back to the big game, the Steelers had a top 10 year out of Ben Roethlisberger, 2,000-yard wide receivers, and James Harrison and Lamar Woodley combined for 23.5 sacks. However, Pittsburgh would finish 9-7 with every loss being a one-score game and every loss being without Troy Polamalu, who was dealing with a nagging knee injury. Polamalu in the knee gap, Pat McAfee reference. The infamous 2010 Chargers, number 1 total offense, number 1 total defense, plus 119-point differential. The problem? Special teams. Led the league in return yards allowed and punts blocked. Let the Seahawks score 2 kick return touchdowns in the same game. Missing the postseason, this is literally the most Charger the Chargers have ever chargered. Lost Tom Brady in week 1 and Rodney Harrison after 6 games, but still finished with the 6th best offense and a top 10 defense, scorching the NFC champion Cardinals 47-7, but ultimately fell out of playoff contention after a win in the last week of the season. But the worst thing they ever did was make my Chiefs believe in Matt Castle. Unfucking forgivable. John Elway finished second in passing yards in 1985, but without a 800-yard rusher, a 1,000-yard receiver, or a defense above the middle of the pack, the Broncos would miss the postseason, ironically with the same record they won the AFC with in 1986 and 1989. And the weirdest one, the Baltimore Colts in 1967 tied for the league best 11-1-2 and still missed the playoffs. This is back when the league had 16 teams and only 4 made the playoffs. The team they tied with for the best record was their division rival Los Angeles Rams. They tied against each other in their first matchup, but in the last week of the season, the Rams beat the Colts 34-10, ending their postseason hopes. After a season like that, that has to be heartbreaking. As heartbreaking as having Matt Castle, though, you be the judge.